But I can promise you that your local police department is probably not running underground drug trafficking organizations and whatnot. So most police officers are good people.
This is Corey Jones with the Be Ready with Safety Man podcast. Join us every week for a new podcast. Follow us everywhere podcasts are played and on YouTube. Be Ready with Safety Man. This is Corey Jones.
All right, we're back again. We're here. Safety Man.
We are here. We are here. We are live. Well, it won't be live when you watch it.
We're live at the moment.
Yeah, we're always live at the moment.
Okay. So we're bringing it back. So this is one of our, we kind of loosen them up a little bit. We could do a lot of serious stuff, but these are the fun ones.
Yeah.
This is part three of Hollywood police myths. So we are debunking Hollywood police myths. This is part 3. You guys really like them. Check out our other ones if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, definitely check out the other ones on the Safety Man podcast. Safety Man CO, safetyman.co, Safety Man CO.
So we've been doing like 5 or 6 new ones every time. So I wrote down a couple. Corey's wrote down a couple. So actually, you want to start with yours first? You got one? You want to throw out there first?
Yeah, I got a couple good ones.
Okay.
And one, it's law enforcement. We got to step away from the uniformed police a little bit, but it's the Secret Service. When you watch the Secret Service on, any movie where they're featuring them protecting the president and react and stuff like that, they're always putting their fingers in their ears every time they talk, they put their fingers in their ears every time. And they make them, depending on who they are, they make them look like just expendable people.
Yeah.
They're just running. If you watch Olympus Has Fallen or London Has Fallen.
I just saw that. Yeah. I just watched that.
They're great movies. And if the third one, Angel Has Fallen, is also really, really good. Done very well. I love the cast in that. But yeah, they always make the Secret Service, you don't have to put your finger in your ear. Everybody here wears earbuds, right? So that's about what it sounds like. Have you ever had to put your finger in your ear when you're wearing an earbud?
Yeah, no. Unless you're in the middle of like a
shootout,
a heavy metal concert or a shootout.
Yeah,
you're probably good just with that's true. That's a good one because they always do that. They always put the finger in the ear and they tilt their head too. They do one of these. They do one of these, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's for Hollywood, so that guy's cool. Somebody's talking to him about something. I get it, but you don't need to do that. So if you are looking to be an executive protection person, make sure you turn the volume up so you don't have to put your finger in your ear.
That's a good one. I would never thought about that one. That was so funny. Yeah. All right, so here's my next one. My next Hollywood myth. How many times, and this drives me crazy because you're a firearm instructor, so this is going to drive you a little bit crazy too. When they take the gun and they stick it in their waistband.
Without a holster.
Yeah, without a holster.
Yeah. You don't do that.
They shove it down their crotch, they stick it down their ass crack. Listen, first off, a lot of these guns are pretty big. And if you're moving, unless you've got a belt that's cutting off the circulation to your stomach, that thing's moving too. It's not that you need a holster, okay?
You definitely need a holster. And if you just got done shooting a gun, don't stick it down in your crotch because it's going to be hot.
Okay. That's the other thing too. They shoot out and they stick it in the back of their ass crack. I'm like, that is a hot barrel there.
Don't do that. It's not safe because you could actually have an unintentional discharge and shoot yourself in an area that you probably don't want to shoot yourself in. Number one. Number two, it's not secure. It can be easily taken from you. You can lose it. Because remember, if you're in a gunfight, you're probably going to be moving, running, fighting, and doing other things in it. I just got done binge watching a zombie thing called Black Summer. It's called Black Summer. It's a zombie apocalypse series on Netflix. And
I didn't watch it yet, but I saw the thing for it.
Definitely watch it. But this one guy, that's where he carries a gun through the whole apocalypse is in his butt crack without a holster. And I'm like, you're going to lose the gun, bro?
Yeah, that's going to fall. As soon as you start running, that's falling out. I mean, listen, that's falling out. Here's my next one, right? I don't see it as much, but I still see it in a lot of the older movies, is when there's drugs on the table and the detective that takes it and he tastes it, puts some on his gum, tastes it a little bit that he can identify. That is like a huge myth. No cops are doing that. Unless they want to go to jail or they want to fail their drug test. They are not tasting the drugs.
We have drug tests for it. You could die doing that because they're putting fentanyl and carfentanil in with methamphetamines and heroin and different things. If you put that and you ingest carfentanil or some other substance,
game over.
You can actually kill yourself with that or go into a coma. And if there's not any Narcan there, you're probably going to die.
Just inhaling it, being close where it blows up and you inhale some of that, it could actually put you into overdose.
And my question is, how do you know what drugs taste like? Like, how many times have you done this that you can tell, this is cocaine, it's probably from the Cartagena cartel, and it's about 80% pure, so it's good to go.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They're like, this is pure.
Yeah, this is uncut. Like, how do you know that? Maybe we should be investigating you, right?
Yeah, like what shouldn't it be the next question? Like, how do you know that's uncut? Like, how do you taste that and know that's uncut? Like, because they don't teach that in the police academy. You know, I don't think the academy just go, okay, guys, everyone today is cocaine tasting, tomorrow's heroin tasting, and you know, the raw stuff's coming in on Friday.
No,
so.
the only thing they did do is let us smell marijuana. Raw marijuana
they burn
and
it.
burned marijuana. We smelled in the police academy, so we could testify to that in court. But we didn't taste any drug. And I worked narcotics back in 1991 undercover. I was an undercover narcotics officer.
So that
buying
wasn't
drugs.
That wasn't part of the training.
No. They said you don't have to taste the drugs to do that. Don't do it.
Okay. All right. What else you get? What's your next one you got?
Next one I have is the again going back to the Secret Service and the weapon systems that they are employing. So I'm sorry, not Secret Service, with the Black Summer zombie apocalypse movie I was watching. This one's new, just made in 20 and 21, and they never have the proper weapon system. They have this big bag of guns that they stole from the military, and they take a sniper rifle, and the woman's walking around in the zombie apocalypse with a sniper rifle, bolt action sniper rifle. Like that's not good for zombie apocalypse, and they never figured out where to shoot the zombie. Where do you shoot zombies?
In the brain.
In the brain. Every time. In the brain. In the brain. Okay? I could go on and on about the zombie apocalypse, but maybe we need to do one specifically for zombie apocalypse
Maybe
movies.
For Halloween we'll do a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, because I'm already starting to get hot.
All right, this one's going to be right up your alley, man.
Okay, I can't wait. I love these are all surprises. Just so you know, I have not seen this list.
Yeah, so I got two more. I got two more to throw at you. This one's right up your alley, though. How many times have you seen a movie where a guy gets tased and he's unconscious and then out incapacitated he's down for the count?
Yeah,
out cold.
Yes.
That does not. You want to explain on what really does happen when you get tased?
Yeah. So I literally was teaching a bunch of realtors about safety, and they were learning about safeties and stuff.
Corey's a taser instructor. Just to throw that out there through SAFETYMAN CEO. So just to know where he's coming from on this.
Yes. So there's a stun gun and a taser. Stun gun requires you to make physical contact with the device and the person that you are going to hopefully incapacitate. A taser can launch probes, which are connected to the device up to 15 feet away for a civilian model taser, and then it introduces electricity into the body that way to hopefully create temporary muscle impairment or motor dysfunction. Now, what Anthony's talking about is we've all seen it on every spy show, every terrorist show, every show where they go up with a stun gun, zap the person, and they pass out, and then they wake up in the trunk of a car.
Like 3 days later.
Yeah, 3 days later, hanging upside down, and they're pulling Jack Bauer's fingernails out, asking him where the president's bunker is. That doesn't happen. There's not a device that is made that can do that in that short amount of time. If I were to take a device and mash Anthony down and jam it into his neck for about 30 seconds, it would create so much pain that he might pass out from the pain, but just going, it doesn't work. He would go, ow, and punch me.
Yeah.
He'd be upset with me.
You get pissed. It's like, it would just, that's why they teach police officers that they have to handcuff right away after they tase someone, because once they come out of that, moment, they're usually pissed off.
Yeah, they're upset.
Yeah, so the whole, and they're out.
It doesn't work. So if you went to a flea market and bought a little stun gun, understand that don't walk around with a false sense of security that I can just and touch somebody with it and they're done and I can finish eating my pizza before I run away. No.
No, yeah,
doesn't happen.
That is not the case. Okay, this is my last one I got for you. And this is like, this is the theme of every movie. And I get it, you got to have the bad guy. But dude, every police department has this major corrupt officer, like in every department. And it's one of the reasons too, like that a lot of the media and people, with the issues that we've dealt with over the last few years, people think that like every police department is corrupt. And that is not the case. It's such a low percentage number of officers that, mess up or do bad things. It's such a low percentage. But like in every movie, like there's this dude that's running an underground police network with all these guys that are robbing drug dealers and making all this money on the side. And, has things happened in the past? Yes, they have. But it's not like an everyday, every week thing. Like, I would go out on a limb and say like 99.9% of all officers are good people doing good things, and they're not running corrupt drug.
No, it's pretty hard to do that. I don't know what people think. It's pretty hard to. It's hard to run a regular business when you are following all the rules, let alone to run one that nobody can know you're doing. Yeah, and you're still going to make money doing it,
and being a police officer at the same time.
And be a police officer at the same time. It's kind of hard to do that continually in 2021 with social media and GPS and
pictures
cell phones and cameras,
videos. Yeah,
and people can't wait to flip. So if somebody gets locked up, the first thing they're going to do is point to the dirty cop.
Like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yes, because every prosecutor's officer, attorney general, or district attorney is going to be like, oh, we can take down a dirty cop. Especially in these big democratically run cities, they would love to be able to take down a dirty cop or a dirty network within a police agency because that goes to the narrative. And I'm not taking political sides here. I'm just giving you facts. That's the first thing that they would give up is the dirty cop. So you would be finding out about it all the time. So yeah, it doesn't have.
It's it's for movies. It's a Hollywood. I don't want to say it's a Hollywood myth altogether, but When's the last time you heard about an officer running a major drug ring or running like super corrupt, laundering? I mean,
Yeah, it's hard to do that. It's hard. If they're doing it for personal financial gain because of something else that is wrong in their life that they're trying to fix up for, whether it's gambling debt, drug issues, they're spending too much money or something like that. That's why they're probably doing it. It's usually a personal incident that they're running on, not 6 cops on the midnight shift that are running prostitutes and drugs for the cartels. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But like you alluded to in the beginning, that makes it for a good Hollywood movie because otherwise no one would ever be able to break into the White House unless there was a dirty Secret Service agent, right?
Yes.
No one would be able to find out where the launch codes were unless there's a dirty CIA person or Pentagon official.
Yeah, so it makes for a great movie. It makes for a great story, but I can promise you that your local police department is probably not running underground drug trafficking organizations and whatnot. So most police officers are good people.
Fake news.
Yeah, and but enjoy the movies. They're fun, and that's the other thing too I want to put out there because some people were like trashing in some of the comments on some of the pages, like they're just movies. We get that, we understand they're fun, but we're just telling you that some people think that is reality, and they think movies are reality, and they think it's life. So yes, enjoy it, have fun. It's entertaining.
We enjoy them.
We enjoy them too, but no. That's not how it usually works. So just so you know that the realism of what the situation is, and that's kind of why we do these. And they're a lot of fun, and we like making fun of ourselves and watching this stuff as well. So, but that's all. That's the ones I got for part 3. I think we're gonna do a part 4 because I got a bunch of others, and people have been throwing them at me. And I'm like, oh, that's a good one too. So
yeah.
This has been a good little series. So make sure you follow, subscribe, comment, and check out Corey at his site and his company, which is
SAFETYMAN Consulting, safetyman.co, safetyman.co. We do everything to keep you safe, whether it be taser training, bowler wrap training for law enforcement agencies, which is the non-lethal remote restraint device. If you can handcuff somebody, you can bowler wrap them. No injuries, 80% effective field usage in 500 police departments in the nation and at least 9 countries, maybe 10 countries by the end of this week with bowler wrap. I do active shooter crisis management training for any business, school, daycare, a law enforcement agency, or any place you have a lot of people for your office. Crisis management, active shooter training, and verbal judo, verbal de-escalation. Let's use our words and our demeanor and our tone and our other nonverbals to create voluntary compliance, collaboration, and cooperation before we have to go physical, before something goes sideways. So contact safetyman.co to keep you, your family, and your team members safe.
We're gonna have to put those disclaimers when they shoot all the words because like, what does Corey do? It's like shoot down the screen.
I keep you safe. If you don't think that you're safe, just contact me. I got you.
He's got something for you. I promise.
Yes.
So thanks, guys, and we will see you on the next one.
All right. Be safe. Be ready.